Yeah, that's the difference between city animals and animals in the woods, that in a big woods that aren't used to people.
Painting, I've been sitting there and animals will walk right by and they don't you're kind of sitting there and you're not moving a lot. They just kind of accept you. Okay, that's the guy's sitting there. It's okay for us to walk by or play or whatever.
Yeah,
those little groundhogs, I was sitting there and then all of a sudden he came out of the bottom of this log where there was a hole. Started playing around and tumbling around. Okay. I was only a few feet away.
Yeah.
But I'd been sitting there for like maybe 45 minutes or an hour. And they were like, okay, you can sit there.
So, Dad, what do you like about walking in the woods? What draws you to nature?
Psychologically, it calms me, and I think it's good to walk in nature. It kind of repairs you. It's almost like meditation, calm and peaceful, and there's all the green. Well, not so much green right now as gray, but it's coming, and all the stuff's coming, so you can notice all the different things that are happening, even day to day, how things are changing and evolving.
Yeah, everything changes every day in nature, so it's always something unique to see.
Well, the colors all change. The whole kind of tapestry of colors change continually as different things evolve.
You mean speaking as an artist?
Yeah. I remember going to work, and I go by the same field every day, and the wildflowers and weeds that were in it. Every day there was difference in the color and the texture. So that was fascinating. And you get the same here. I mean, we're starting to get buds coming out, so we're starting to get a little green, whereas last week it was all grays and browns, purples, reds. So I like to at least get out. As I am now retired, I like to kind of get out every day, go for a little walk. Doesn't have to be a long walk, but just there's no loud music playing, there's no people yelling or screaming or cars, or smells good, looks good.
Yeah, you like the spring because it has so many more colors than in the summer.
Yeah, surprising the colors that come out in spring. But it's in the spring there's that evolution. Things are just coming out, so yellow greens and stuff like that. Whereas once you get to summer, it's all pretty well deep greens, everything. So you have more variety. Things are coming out, and they're coming out red. The buds and stuff like that are coming out red, and greens and yellows. Much more variety in the spring, and much more evolution. Once the trees are all in leaf, it's pretty well green.
Yeah, and then the spring ephemerals die back, and so it's a little more.
Well, you only get the spring ephemerals. They're ephemeral, so they come out at this time of year and they're gone. So you can kind of follow. You go through the woods, and today there'll be some dogtooth violets out, which were just out, and some of the May apples are up. Some of them are just emerging, but there's you can see that happening. You can see where little microclimates are, and there's more heat, so that some of the plants are out more. So if you go out every day, you get something different.
Yeah, and that's what I like being in nature. It's always
And we
something
saw
there.
the little stink bug, and I've seen a couple of garter snakes already this year.
Yeah.
Besides birds, unfortunately, there's not as many birds as there used to be.
Yeah.
But you still do get, you have chance encounters where there's a deer or something else. The little frogs, the little wood frogs today, which was, we just stepped out of the car and they were all jumping into the ditch.
Yeah.
Um,
It's their time of year.
so yeah, it's their time of year, but you don't see them. Actually, you don't see as many frogs as you used to see.
Yeah.
But
Pretty quiet.
certain times a year you see different things. Different things are active, different things, and just by chance you see, a couple of deer sitting there, or pileated woodpecker or something, something like that. That's kind of like, oh yeah.
Just, learning to be in nature. So many people, when they come here, are scared of nature. They've lived in cities and they go outside and they expect something to just jump out at them and attack them. So it takes usually people about a week of being here, our different interns, before they calm down and they realize, I'm a giant predator. Nothing is going to attack me. And I can just relax and just be in nature. And just thinking about different points in your life, there's different things like looking at a flower or looking at a newborn child. There's moments where your mind just stops. And you just need to find those moments where your mind completely stops and you just are just completely there in that moment. And then you start to develop some sort of appreciation for those particular moments, and you start to seek them more and more. And then you start to develop a level of gratitude for your existence. And then once you start developing that level of gratitude for your existence, then you can say, I'm grateful for the existence of this plant and this animal as well. And so you extend it beyond yourself. So just working with nature and being a part of nature is really important to valuing what we have here on this planet. So we're working with the ecosystem, but we're also working with many different people. And so working with students, working with professors, working with government, working with all these different areas, and it's creating this synergy. And we want to create this synergy. We don't want to just be talking to the people who already know this information. It's all the other people out there that need to know the information as well. We need to inspire people, we need to empower people to create healthy ecosystems. And so we just need to gather all this synergy together and focus it so that we can get the work done. A lot of people, maybe they're resistant to the messages, and that's okay. It's the people that we want to get the message out to, that we need to focus on them. They're interested, they want to learn, and there's so many options out there. Every ecosystem is different, and not every tool is going to work in the same location. So you need this whole palette, and you need to work with that palette, and you need to be able to experiment and try new things and create new innovation and tend to look with a fresh mind. Because if you don't have a fresh mind and you look at the situation, you're going to deal with it in an old way. So let's work together and get the message out and try to create some of these unique scenarios and new possibilities. So just thinking about that, how do we reduce our impacts on the planet so that other species can survive? How can we restore? And at this point, what we need to be doing is restoration. We're beyond sustainable. Sustainable means doing the same thing again and again. And all the processes that we've been doing up to this point are degrading the planet. So now we need to start regenerating. We need to start giving something back. So now it's up to you. Get out there, and make a contribution. Thank you. Thank you for watching. If you found this video helpful, please consider supporting us on Patreon. Your support keeps these videos free for everyone.